I said, I've come to watch the cricket. He said, with your own money? I said, yeah, with my own money. You know, those were the days of one television. So either you sit in the same room and watch the cricket or leave the room. And after a certain point, I realized, wow, the power's in my hands. I've got this. Words once uttered cannot be taken back, and it's life.
Hi everyone, welcome to chapter 1 of Life Unscripted. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mandira Bedi. Thank you so much, Mandira, for joining me here at Grandmama's Cafe in Juhu. So Mandira, from being an actor on television as well as Bollywood, when you broke into to become a sports presenter, what really went into your mind when you shifted from acting to being a sports presenter to being probably an entrepreneur at some point of time?
My life has been a lot about going with the flow. When people say you should let go, trust the universe, unknowingly. Now, those are things we say. These are catchphrases now. I look back, it's been 30 years. It's been a beautiful journey. I mean, there have been plenty of ups and downs, and be it with, Shanti, which was the first ever daily soap on Indian television, and being at the right place at the right time. That's how cricket happened, because I've always loved cricket. My family was really into cricket, and, those were the days of one television. So either you sit in the same room and watch the cricket or leave the room. So I decided to sit in the room, and then I got to start enjoying the game. So India had beaten England in the 2002 Champions Trophy and made it to the semi-finals. And Shanti was a very, very popular show in Sri Lanka, where this tournament was being played. So I just said, you know what, I'll figure out the tickets. I bought myself, as in the stadium tickets, I bought myself an air ticket, went to Colombo, and I went to watch the cricket. And then the people who were telecasting that particular tournament was Sony.
Right.
And they saw me there and they were like, she doing that. We've not flown her down because, celebrities are used to being flown down for special events. So they asked me, what are you doing here? And I said, I've come to watch the cricket. They said, with your own money? I said, yeah, with my own money. I love the game.
And you were a national TV hero.
Yeah, I didn't look at myself like that. I just looked at myself as a cricket fan at that particular point of time. And then literally a few months after this tournament, I get a call from Sony. And then they say, how would you like to post the 2003 World Cup? And I'm like, how would I like to? I'd love to. But it wasn't as easy as that. There were a couple of auditions that happened. I got the gig, and it was, I think, something that completely changed my life. Up until then, I was known as the characters I'd played.
Right.
On television, I played, Shanti. There was another show I'd done called Aurat, where I played a woman called Pragati.
Right.
So I played a lot of strong women characters, and here I was playing me.
So Mandira, what are the kind of challenges that you faced? I'm sure there was a little bit of resistance because it's an all male dominated space.
Cricket is a boys' club, and when you're sitting on a panel with ex-cricketers who are now commentators and who present, the acceptance doesn't come easy. I was there to represent the lay person. No questions were off the table. And so I would do some homework, and I would ask a question, and I would ask it of somebody on the panel, and they would stare at me, and they would turn to their camera, and their red light would come on, and they'd talk about whatever it is that they wanted to talk about. And I would feel so irrelevant. I would feel disrespected. I was doing this for the first time. I, somewhere in my heart of hearts, believed I didn't belong here because I was not getting, my due. I was not getting respect. I was not welcome, it felt. I'd still plow on. And at the end of every show, I'd put my head down and I would cry. And it's wonderful when you have an organization that has your back. They sat me down and just said, listen, we have auditioned you from about 1,000 people.
Right.
And we know that you have in you what it takes. Just hang in there and just remember one thing. You're not a commentator. You're not an analyst. You're not a purist. You're there to just ask the question. You're representing the common man. You ask whatever you want. Nothing is off the table. Go enjoy yourselves. After that one conversation where I felt secure, okay, then I would ask a question, and it's live television, right? I'd ask a question, and if the person who would receive my question didn't answer my question, I'd say, excuse me, you didn't answer my question. My question was this. And that's just it. Words once uttered cannot be taken back, and it's live television. So he was compelled to answer. And after a certain point, I realized, wow, the power's in my hands. I've got this. And I started enjoying myself.
Essentially, you broke away from the stereotype.
I did. That's how I've approached, everything that I've done since. So tell me about you, Liz. I mean, you are also in a business where, if you look at finance, if you look at insurance, you see less women than men.
I think the good part about ICICI Prudential here is that with the times, we've had a lot of policies also which have changed. I think there have been a lot of stereotypes, especially in sales. Within the advisor group, we used to see very few women participating because it's traditionally seen as a very male-dominated space. But I think now we see so many independent women advisors. Some of our top advisors today are women. The top 10, I think of the top 10, we have almost 6 of them are women.
Fantastic.
In fact, we've also got a small group of about 7 women called the Women Resource Group, and some of us in the senior positions. So the resource group essentially comes together, and you can choose who you want to choose as your mentor, right? And then the company facilitates a conversation. It can go on for a couple of days, but I think
These are people who've been there, done that.
Exactly. So it helps to hear, I think, from somebody who's been there, done that, rightly said. And they're also able to guide you. I think settle a lot of fears and anxieties that women of today probably have. Not to state that women are any less, but just to help them give the wind beneath their
That's
wings.
right. Help them come into their full power.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Mandira. This is the end of chapter 1 for Life Unscripted with Mandira Bedi.